Well, today I want to talk a little bit more about wood chip mulch and the different uses for it, and kind of how I use it in my driveway, as well as just regular mulch, and how I go about that. And it's also a good time for me to use my camera in the sky. So I also use the wood mulch in place of gravel, partly because it seems to last just about as long, because gravel eventually packs down into that clay every time it rains, further and further, until it's just into the clay and it's mixed with the clay, and you're back to trying to drive on grease again. But putting the mulch down gives you a lot of traction in your vehicle, so it keeps you from getting stuck. It's free, they bring it out here to me, and I like it really well. Richard's bringing the wood chips into the backyard, and he really has been a big help with his little tractor, because a shovel and a wheelbarrow and just a rake would take all day to do it, and his little tractor cuts it down to just an hour of work. Just kind of spread it out a little bit. I don't spread it out real thin. I leave it probably a good 6 inches thick. So it takes about 10 of those big tree truck loads to do my entire driveway. And I have to put more wood chips down about every 2 years, so it does last a pretty good while. I could probably get away with less than that. One thing I noticed about my place when I first moved here was the ground was just hard as a rock. It was like concrete, and it was almost impossible to dig in. And then I saw the Back to Eden videos about using the wood chips for mulch and that kind of thing, and I tried it, and it really works. Now I can come back here where I've got all these wood chips, slide them back a little bit, and look at the moisture under the ground. Look how easy that digs up. Nice, rich soil. That's good for planting in. Another thing is I broke the handle on this shovel, digging in all that hard stuff. And, you know, putting that mulch down really helps soften that soil up. You don't have to till it, you don't have to mess with it. You just put it down, let it decay and do its thing, and holds the moisture in. It works really well. Chickens love scratching around in it, so I try to keep plenty of it in their pens because they scratch around so much that the ground after a rain gets hard as concrete again. So it really softens up the ground. You don't have to till it, you don't have to do all this work with it that you normally do, and it makes the ground very fertile as it decays and deteriorates into the soil.
That's it for this week's video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See you next week, or next month, or whenever I get to it. I always answer questions whether posted publicly or privately. See you then.